Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I will try to dub some video of motivational speech. The topic of this speech is about mathematics. The title is Math Isn't Hard, It's a Language by Mr. Randy Falisa. The original video is belong to the Edu'19 YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm still learning here, so forgive me if my pronunciation is kinderword. Without spending any more time, let's check it out. "26% on the nation report part that the percentage you below for 12 greater for the sub-fraction in math. In America, we had everything as an exceptional country. But the 26% sounds exceptional to you? Raise your hand if you think as the country we need to do way better than that. I'm with you. We all need math for why so many kids confused by it. It's because only 26% of people are hardwired from that. Love 70% or not. After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this is the case at all. Kids don't understand math because we've been teaching it at the humanist subject. But if we make math human again, it will start make sense again. You're probably wondering how it math in every human in the first place. So, this about it, math is a human language just like English, Spanish, and Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient times, people need the language of math to conduct trade, to build a monument, and to measure the land for warming. This idea of math, the language, isn't actually new. A great philosopher once said, "The law of nature are written in the language of mathematics." So you see, even Galileo agreed, isn't it? But somewhere along the line, we're taking the language of math with about the real world around us, and we abstract that beyond this recognition, and that's why kids they get confused. Let me show you when it's mean. Well, see this third grade Californian math standard, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 or b is the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equals parts. Understand a fraction r or b is the quantity formed by a part of size 1 or b. And if you give the description to an 8-year, you'll probably get reaction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense, but to a kid, it's an absolute torture. R tell this example speaks fixedly because the fractions are the foundational to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school because it had half way to ahead them in the high school. But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use that the fair damage. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus lesson for say yes. One apple plus one apple, and people often say two with the partly correct. Help them include the word as well as with the math of the language. But not just two, it's two apples. Next, it's three pencil plus three pencil. You are all know that pencil plus pencil is pencil. So everyone, how many pencil? 5 pencil is right, and the case is you include the word. I try to submit with my 5 years old niece in month. After this, add pencil and pencil. I asked her what 4 billion plus 1 million, and my aunt offered her in the distances called and sighed, "Are you crazy? She's been kindergarten. How she's supposed to know 1 million plus 1 million, I'm done it. My niece Vanessa counting looks up and says 5 billion, and I say that's right, it's 5 billion. My aunt stood ahead on that because she didn't expect that from the 5 year. But all you have to do is take a language approach and math become into ace and easy to understand. Then I asked her a question that kindergartner definitely not supposed to know. Plus 1/3 plus 1/3, and she immediately answered 3/3. Such as you are wondering how can she possibly know that when she doesn't know about the numerator and denominator yet. You see? She wasn't thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 apple plus 1 apple as her analogy to understand 1/3 plus 1/3. So even a kindergartner can add subtraction. You are better believe that every third grader can do it as well. Just for fun, I asked her an algebra question, what 7x squared plus 2x squared, and then the 5-year correctly answered 9x squared, and she did it any exponent rule to figure that it out. So when the people say that we are either weird or not, it's not true. Math is a human language, so we have all the ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach to math urgently because too many kids are low and they are ancient about math, and it doesn't have to be the way. I work with an angry frustrated high school student, one who could pass the algebra because she's only knew 44% of the multiplication task. I've told her that such a kid of were only knowing the 44% of the alphabet, holding me back. She could pass her or public relation, and she had no confidence in that. As the result, this teenager had confidence in herself. I've told her we have to start with the multiplication because one thing all of you have with your part, everything gets easier and they will be having a flashback. Every happy ride is Disneyland. What do you think? And she said okay, but she systematically earned the timetable it 4 weeks, and yes, even a multiplication has the language is better than that. You all be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 3 7 times, just like that. So when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and inconvenience. So they grab the memories that 3 7 times all the with the 21, the further teenager will outreach to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with the game changer, because for the first time we can focus on the problem solving instead of counting on the finger. I noticed at the corner when she's figure out that 2 years calling at 445 and 1 will cost you 10,680, and she's looking at me disapprovingly and said it's a policy that's expensive. At the moment, not having more than causing problem for her, but she looks giving a math solve problem as the reason to other. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to be tired. Clearly, you with this challenge. Our country is stuck at 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking no work your mind. But our kids need to imagine and develop their future. I think this challenge can be as simple as apple plus apple. It says that we teach math the human language, and we will get there sooner rather than later. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you guys and hope you like it. Have a nice day and goodbye. Don't forget like, comment, and subscribe.